Hello everybody, welcome back to the Our Smiling Faces podcast. As you can see by the body language around us, what started off as a game which would all take a point at the start of the game, am I correct? Yeah, you would have took a point before kick-off, yeah?
I said in my preview, wasn't it?
So you were expecting a defeat, so what...
Fucking feels like one.
What was said last week was that we're 3 points in credit, because we were expecting a defeat against Man City and Spurs. So we're going into this game, like we said, in credit. On the preview last week, you have it down for a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw, and Deka was going for a 2-0 defeat, if I remember correctly.
I think I changed it 2-1 on Twitter.
So the game itself, starting line, it was the same. What we've seen.
Well done, you go to the prediction top of the league for this week.
The first one that we got right all season. But yeah, the starting lineup, it was what we expected. So the same as the last two games. It would be harsh to change it. You have players coming back, and you're still fuming, aren't you?
Struggling.
I know. You'll see the reaction at the end of the video that'll be going on in a couple of days' time. There, that it's something which we don't really want to relive, but we're gonna have to do it now to get this podcast out for you. So, star lineup was the same like I say in the last two games. No surprises there in regards to the players out on the pitch. Almiron was on the bench. Diarmi was back on the bench. We knew left back, he was nowhere to be seen. Mutu was nowhere to be seen.
We potentially talked about a change in midfield, didn't we? Maybe
Diarmi may have came in. Key wasn't on the bench, so it looks like they're all still a little bit off fitness there.
I mean, it's amazing to have, when you think of it, to have them coming back.
The bench now is stronger than it's ever been.
It's alright. I said this last week about the squad.
Well, it's not about stronger than it's ever been, but
no, this
stronger this season.
I think it's stronger than last.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So the game itself will start off, and to be honest, we weren't under a great deal of pressure. They had a lot of the ball, but they weren't doing much with it. Similar to what we've seen all season when teams come against Newcastle United, we do well defending.
Well, I thought it would have been even more defensive. I thought that we had the ball a little bit and we tried to play and we were very comfortable at the back, passing it round. I'm not saying we created anything, don't get us wrong, but as equally, I never seen their keeper, I never seen Dubravka much either. So it was like, I thought we did quite well the first half. I thought we were alright.
So throughout the game, Dubravka, to be honest with him, he's made a few decent saves.
Yeah,
so
very good.
So balls which he's seen in the last minute, he's seeing them. He's getting down and he's winning those balls.
There's one save from that low shot, like along the ground.
It goes through about 5 players.
He gets down and saves that and keeps a hold of it because there was somebody steaming in on him. Nunes, I think it was.
Santiago. The first half, no team looked like they were going to win it. And neither team looked like they were going to score.
We both started off pretty well at the start of the first half, and then as the first half went on, they really came into it and were causing some issues. Although they didn't have, as you say, a great deal of chances, they looked in the ascendancy. And then the longer that the first half went on, I think the last probably 10-15 minutes of the first half, we really took control and got we had a very
so the first 5 minutes we started off probably on the other hand with the front foot. We started in the first 5-10 minutes, and same the last few minutes of the first half we were on possession, like I just said. We didn't want the half-time whistle to come because we had the ball, but it did. We went into the game nils each at half-time there,
which was great, really. I mean,
it was, yeah.
Great.
Considering where Wolves are in the league, they're sitting 7th, were they?
Just watching that bloody replay again.
I know the game is playing at the moment in front of us. So if we just start disagreeing, Rafa will probably go to the telly in a minute, and if he is, we're going to stop recording and listen to Rafa. So Adam, if he comes on the telly, just turn that volume up over there. I think he's going to come on
now.
Quick, go.
Rafa.
So we're going to stop recording and listen to Rafa because he's not happy. Apologising the pause. We've just listened to Rafa's post-match conference there. So yeah, going into half-time, it was nils each, and we're all pretty happy with that result. Going into half-time, the majority of the game you would probably think Wolves had that. They did. The facts show that they had the majority of the ball, the majority of the chances.
It's what you expect, though.
Yeah, of course.
Those shots on targets, there was only one.
One in it. You're right in what you said.
First half, yeah.
About half an hour in, they put a stat up and it had on target. We were the only one that had a shot on target. Yeah. But obviously, you know, I was expecting us to be really under the cosh, and I didn't really feel that way for long periods. I didn't really.
So going to the second half, both teams were exactly the same, and once again, it was quite. I don't want to say it was back and forwards, but there was no team grabbing the game by the scruff of its neck. There's no one really taking full control of the game. It was just it was played across midfield. There's not a great deal of shots. The odd
It
one.
was pretty end-to-end, wasn't it? With,
I wouldn't say it was
without any
end to end.
really
There
clear,
wasn't any
clean-
chances or anything. Like a great deal of
I
chances.
similar to the first half. I thought it was more open than I expected it to be. I honestly thought that. I really thought them were just going to, just take it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I thought tactically we were absolutely brilliant tonight. Like,
Well, it was a massive surprise, and we mentioned it a few times, of how far Hayden was forward.
Yeah.
He was.
So just
he was
before the
pushing
goal,
right up there.
just before the goal, I sat there and I look at you now, kind of, what the hell is he playing all the way up there for? He's taking about 30 seconds later. He's there. God knows what the Wolves keepers do.
Oh God, aye. Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
God knows
we
what
we didn't actually think it had gone in, did we?
Yeah,
watching it, so you.
So we thought it had hit the side netting. We didn't
You
realise
look back at
that
the
was back in
reaction.
there.
We're just like sat there, thinking, "Oh, it's gone out," and then all of a sudden the players then start running away to the corner. I was like,
we did take the lead. We did take the lead, and after we took the lead, once again,
Oh, are we?
we're comfortable.
Yeah.
We're comfortable in defence, and nothing really threatening us. But we'll get onto it because I want to wrap this one pretty quickly, though, because not one of us wants to speak about it this much.
Yeah, I have to say two things before we get there. I thought Lascelles was absolutely
Lascelles was incredible
tonight.
Yeah.
And I thought Longstaff was
Longstaff.
absolutely
So Longstaff did get man of the match,
brilliant. Yeah,
and
totally
rightly so.
deserved.
Rightly
Yeah.
so.
Totally.
I think he was, as I
You
mentioned
think he
to
was
Joan, I
static?
think he was a bit static at
Yeah.
the start of the
What a
game.
bit of a
and just-
disagreement throughout the game about
Explain
Longstaff.
what you mean by static. Just
Where there was opportunities where, had he have just taken 2 or 3 steps either way, he would have just opened himself up to receive the ball. Where he was almost not hiding behind their players, but not making himself available to receive
At the
it
point when you said
until
that
their
about
player
Longstaff
moved.
being stationary,
every ball went.
the ball went, so the ball was going into their box, and every ball that was coming back, Longstaff was there
Well,
climbing
that was after.
about
That was
3
when
or
it was,
4 times in a row.
That was afterwards when it was on the edge of their box. I was talking when we were in possession in the middle of the
Right,
the
okay,
middle
so then
of
we're
the-
attacking.
Do you know
the pitch or in defence and stuff like that. It's just it's not a criticism. It's just a bit of a thought. Just think, well, actually, because if we can see it looking at it, surely he can't see the man with the ball because there's a player in front of him. Whereas if he just steps one way or the other, takes 2 or 3 steps either way, he's then got an open ball and an open pass to him to give the person in possession an option to pass the ball to.
I honestly thought he was tremendous, and I thought.
Overall,
I
100%
I
agree.
agree with what you're saying about. I complain sometimes that players don't move for each other and stuff, but I think sometimes in that position you need someone that doesn't move, just stands there and is always available. Sometimes when you're moving around, sometimes with that
There.
Nah, well, I don't know.
It's a free kick, but people watching this aren't going to see what we're doing.
Well, that was what I was talking about.
So Almiron did come on the pitch. We did say Almiron. He made his debut from the bench. He looked active.
He looked great.
He did.
He looked great.
Yeah, I know it's
couple
a
of
first
runs, didn't he?
He's fast.
As out.
And
Comfortable as out.
I don't want to get too carried away, but he does look like a half decent player. Yeah. Especially going away into his debut against Wolves, he's going to try that extra bit harder.
He created that chance for Perez out of nothing.
He looks so comfortable on the ball. He's willing to have it. He's willing to run off the ball. His pace, man. And that I've said this for years. Anyone that's got pace, get them in.
Yeah.
I love anyone with pace.
Well, look at Traore from them towards the end, where he just basically got away from in behind Richie, just using his legs. He created a chance for them.
So we're sort of towards the end there before they equaliser came. That Almiron was he was fouled a couple of times. He was very clever the way he was getting fouled. So he won one in the centre of the pitch where he was through, and he knew the challenge was coming. And he just put his foot in front of the ball. He knew exactly.
Just relaxed his knees and went down.
Exactly.
To the
So
I thought he did that on that one. You were on about?
He did. So another one comes out and on our side of the pitch towards our corner flag, and he gets fouled there. You see that, and it's what we were saying on the last podcast. I was saying if it's someone like Man City, Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, if their player goes down like that, they get a free kick all day long.
That was directly in the build-up to their goal, though.
The linesman, he's standing there. He's from like where I am to the end of that table. He's there. It's a foul. I know it may be soft, but it's a foul at the end of the day. And you see it throughout the game where a player gets in front of the ball, a player comes and approaches them, touches them, they go down. It's a free kick. That one, he gets challenged from behind and he doesn't get the free kick. And it's part of the build-up to the goal.
And so, it's probably at that point, I could be wrong, but it's probably after 94 minutes anyway.
It's probably, you're probably approaching the 94 minutes.
I'm going to be honest, I stood up and said we've won, and it was 94-20, and Richie cleared it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was when the whistle was going to go.
So Richie actually cleared it in their half, I think.
In their half?
Yeah.
And it still continues.
So the equaliser did come.
the 98th
So
minute.
yeah, so those 4 minutes added on were around. I think it was the 94th, 40 seconds or thereabouts when they scored. The ball comes in the box, right? We'll get to Dubravka, right? I don't think there's a right and wrong to this answer. I'm going to put it out straight there. Was he fouled? Personally, I would say yes. Could he have done better? Yes.
I think
It seems as if people are trying to put one or the other on it.
Rafa's reaction is exactly the same. Watching it live and his reaction after the match, and when he goes up to the referee, he 100% believes Dubravka's been fouled.
Right.
Watching it back, that was my immediate reaction of how their defender went up, had his arms and stuff like that. Yes, he could have done better. He could have punched it clear, that kind of thing. Just tipped it away, just get something on it.
For me, Rafa, there, when they said, do you think it's a foul? I don't actually think.
So that's what
I think Rafa's trying to use fault not to bury Dubravka. That's what I think.
After he's then gone back and watched it, I think he still thinks, because he says there's pushing, there's contact and stuff like that. So I think well, again, the same as we do. Dubravka could do better there, because he even mentioned a punch to clear it, but
I think
there was still contact and hands on.
The more I think about it, I was very, when it first happens and you see a photo and you're pissed off and you're like, it's a foul, blah, blah, blah. I still probably think it's a foul, but I have no idea how a goalkeeper is still his feet are on the ground when the ball's in that position. Like, he's just standing with his hands in the air.
I think he jumps to it.
Nah, he jumps. Because just before he goes,
he should be cutting that well off.
As Bowley's coming through, you'd see him hunched down to get yourself that leverage to spring up.
You never, as a goalkeeper, you never wait for the ball to come to you. You have to be going to meet that ball.
You've got to just wipe everyone out.
And he's backpedaling, so he can't.
There's no way that Bowley, whatever he's called, should be higher than him.
I don't see why your defender didn't block his run either.
Let's remember. Let's remember. Bowley's on the edge of the 6-yard box. He's pretty further back when the ball comes in.
Well, he just steamrollers Shea.
So no, I think shit cross as well.
I think it wasn't the greatest cross.
So looped in.
So 9 out of 10 times you think that your keeper's just going to come collect that all the time. But I think one of the major concern is that we cannot stop these balls coming in the box.
I said
it's ridiculous, and it was coming. The goal was coming because it was just cross after cross. I can't remember a single one getting stopped.
We'll never stop a cross, but we'll almost allow them just to cross.
We seem to get to them straight away, but then we'll just invite them to come back and the cross in the box. And it's so frustrating to see, and I don't want to put too much blame on Dubravka because yes, he could have done better. And there's people turning around, we can see it now on social media saying that's 3 games that he's cost me now. Think about the games that he saved in.
Just look at that game.
Yeah,
how many terrific saves did he make in that game?
He did, but keepers are going to be remembered by the fuck-ups.
He's right, you're right. And I hate to say it, and I love him, and I'm not going to have a dig against him, but anyone that's having a go, he's cost you 3 points to take.
Especially when it's 2 games in a row.
Yes, 2 games in a row, and it's a sickener. It's an absolute sickener. Shall I tell you what was very telling? The more I think of it, Lascelles absolutely butchered him on that one in.
Bollocking each
other. So Lascelles knows that he has to do better there. Now Dubravka might say, well, he had his hands on us, but Lascelles knows that he has to do better there.
But then, what I want to do, I want to defend Dubravka slightly because his defender should be doing a lot more to stop that player getting anywhere near him.
Well, as I say,
especially to come from that far from where he stood when the ball comes in.
But Shea, just stick yourself in front of him.
I don't think it was necessarily Shea because I think the back 4 were marking players. It's the rest of them. It's a midfield. The midfield you get in there.
They're all marking, and this lad just ghosted in.
Just strolls in. I think it's Longstaff who's actually stood by him. If I remember correctly, he stood by him, and Longstaff just stays stationary. And you can't put a great deal of blame on him for once again. It's just one of them results that it's fucked over again. At the end of the day, I don't believe
it's Wolves again as well.
I don't even think there should have been that long added on to the after the 4th minute. Like Deka was saying, in the 94, 20 seconds, the ball's in their half.
Well, we got done by the referee.
Where did that time come from?
I could not believe
done by the referee in our home game against them, and we get done by the referee again in this game.
Where did the time come from? Can anyone
because they put a stupid thing in saying a minimum. They're just literally a minimum of 4 minutes. They just cover their own arse.
There was one injury in that second half, which was Hayden.
Yeah, Hayden. Yeah.
So the only other time comes from a substitution, which was 5 players. So 30 seconds per substitution.
I'm not bothered about that. I'm not bothered about the 4 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
I'm not bothered about the 4 minutes. After the 4th minute.
Yeah, but as he's saying though, all of this Hayden lying down and the fans
That came before the 4 minutes.
Is the 4 minutes? That's
the 4 minutes.
For.
So where's the...
Nothing,
I don't know.
nothing happened.
I can't answer that question.
I can't even remember the ball going out of play.
Mind you, haven't... Oh no, we made a substitution in injury time, but that doesn't matter, does it?
30 seconds max.
Yeah. Yeah, that would come off the clock though, it doesn't get added on, does it?
Well, apparently, but they can do whatever the fuck they want now. But what I want to get on, I want to quickly touch on the post-match analysis here. So, Kluivert and Carragher both saying that wasn't a foul.
Yeah.
It's what we're saying. It's a foul, but yes, the keeper should be doing better. What I want to touch on it is Jamie Carragher to slow the play right down and say this is a footage what we're getting on VAR. Completely dismiss it because apparently you've got to judge in real time. What the fuck's the point in VAR?
That's what VAR is.
Like, what's the point in it?
Yeah, it was nonsense.
Is he? No, you got to judge in real time. Like, no, you don't.
He's making an excuse because he categorically said, no, it's not a foul. No, it's not a foul.
But then,
however, then
they
play the footage back
and zoom in,
where you clearly show.
Yeah. I think he did panic a bit.
And he's like, oh, hold on.
Yeah. But it didn't look like that in real time. Well, so
exactly.
No, it didn't care in real time. It's VAR and it's used to slow the play down.
Backpedaling faster than he can imagine.
You can say that. You can say that whatever you want. If a player runs through on goal and he dives, okay, a player's inches with him. It looks like he's tackled him, he's challenged him, he's dove. If you go, real time, it looks like he's been tackled.
Yeah, I know.
But VAR comes.
It's a different
but if you slow it down, he hasn't made contact.
Different state
but
of
you've got to
affairs,
judge it in real time.
when they slow it down, it's like, oh well, you can see his back foot has touched his foot and he's fouled him, so it's a penalty.
But it's not because it wasn't like that in real time.
Exactly.
You might as well just ignure the whole.
I know.
Yeah,
just scrap VAR. Just there's no point.
I agree. I totally agree. I think sometimes though when these are on live and the. You know, they have their... it's hard for them. I think... you should have the balls and just go, it's actually probably is a foul.
If that was me, if that was personally me, I'd be going, right, I'd be going, right, it wasn't a foul, blah, 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 it wasn't a foul, I think the keeper should be doing better. Yeah. Then they go, oh, well, look, I can't see why it could have been a foul. Yeah. Like, don't just try and defend your own opinion.
It could have been a foul. I mean, there's no doubt. I think you see that given so many times, so many in a season, and I don't care what they say about the contact or the lack of contact. He had both his hands in his face or around his neck. Yeah. That you can't do that. Yeah. You wouldn't be allowed to do that on a defender, let alone the fucking goalkeeper. Yeah. You can't do that. It's a foul. It's definitely a foul. However, Dubravka has to do better.
Should be doing better.
Just punch the bastard. Just punch it away. Not try and take it. But anyway, you can't feel can you?
It's a joke when he books those two players in the first half for putting their heads together, isn't it?
Yeah, it's.
There's far less contact in that than there was in
the
Dubravka. I know.
I'm absolutely.
As you can probably see, we're all absolutely good with that.
But I'm trying to think of the positive and things. You know, as we've played against a side there they're a very, very good team. Then
it's a point.
We all happily would have taken a point before.
It's just the manner. It's just the way, the manner of the. I was going to say the manner of the defeat because they'll go away now. They'll go away in Spain, right, and they'll forget about that. And we'll have more players coming back. I thought Almiron looked great. Longstaff looked absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I think we'll absolutely smash them.
So this is a great thing of positive. It's a great starting point. So it's a Wolves game, and once again they're sitting 7th in the league. So to get a point against them, it's a great point from where we are in the league. And you go into the run of games now, and it's a decent run of games coming our way.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably the best that we've seen for a long time.
There's not many that I've seen out there, even Everton.
I think up until Arsenal game.
Yeah. You're looking at Everton getting dragged right down at the bottom of that table.
So you look at it's a great benchmark to start from, and that's a positive you take from the game. Many people before a ball's even being kicked, you take a point from this game. So try not to focus too much on what's happened throughout the game, apart from the fact that Almiron's made his debut. He looked lively there. Even Hayden had a decent game, and Lascelles great
Atsu,
game
for me as well was very, very good.
There's a few shaky performances, but let's not even mention them because there's a lot of positives to take from the game. And if you play like that, I can't touch wood. I can't see us getting relegated. I can't.
No, there's no way you go down with that, man. If you can perform like that,
not with that heart and that effort.
Yeah. That's been the same for weeks.
Massively missing.
It's been the same. We beat Man City. We got beat off Spurs very, very unfortunately. It's been the same for a number of weeks now. What does worry is that we're playing probably the best we can play. Maybe, but this is probably the best.
I think there might be a slight improvement with Almiron.
The reason we are losing games at the minute
individual mistakes.
Is errors.
No, and I agree. And what worries is that we didn't do that last year or the championship year. We won games like that, and last year we would have won that game last year.
We're not closing games out,
and that just worries us slightly that we are playing well. And 12 months ago we would have won that game 1-0. And we're not.
It's just another one where you think, God, if only you'd just taken it to the corner.
If only the fucking referee blew when he was supposed to blow.
Kept it in there.
A few times I did think that in the game. You're talking 90 minutes, 89 minutes, and we're trying to almost score into that.
Yeah.
Just taking the corner and run the clock down. But it is what it is.
Doesn't matter if you run the clock down. There's just an extra 30 seconds on it. Jesus Christ! Right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
One thing though.
Yeah.
We're undefeated record on the.
So we haven't got a 100% win record.
Live. 100% undefeated.
Undefeated, so we'll change it. Undefeated.
We're due against Blackburn full time, technically. In a way. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay.
So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for subscribing. There's plenty more content coming. Hopefully, Emil will have his player ratings coming. I don't know what we're going to do for the next week because we haven't got a game for a while now. We're not going to Spain because no one's paying for our go. If anyone's a fun way to go to Spain,
that's great.
We'll go and watch who are we going to be playing.
CSK Moscow.
We'll go and watch them. But once again, love yous all and. Let's take the positives from this game.
Can I have a hug now?
Can't even get a hug.